Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to break down how to turn standard hotel procedures into an absolute masterclass on VIP performance. We're going beyond just ticking boxes to really get into the art of creating that perfect experience, from the second a guest thinks about arriving all the way to that final lasting impression they take with them. Let's dive in. So, what does VIP service really even mean in hospitality? Honestly, it's so much more than just a label or, free bottle of champagne. It's a whole philosophy. It's this deep commitment that starts long before a guest ever walks in, and frankly, it continues long after they've left. And this slide really gets to the heart of it. A VIP isn't just an important person. They're a guest to whom we've made a very specific promise. Think about it. A promise to anticipate their needs, not just react to them. We're already one step ahead. A promise to personalize their stay, to make them feel like they're the only guest that matters. And maybe most importantly, a promise of a seamless experience where we've smoothed out every possible bump in the road. Okay, so that's the big promise. But how do you actually pull it off? Well, it all starts behind the scenes. The art of a truly flawless welcome is mastered in the hours and sometimes even days before a guest ever sets foot on the property. This quote right here, this should basically be your mantra for the entire pre-arrival stage. Every single detail you get right in advance is one less thing that can possibly go wrong during the stay. This is where you build the foundation for that flawless performance. 2 hours. Now, this number represents a really critical commitment. The procedure is crystal clear. A VIP's room has to be totally inspected and 100% ready at least 2 hours before they could possibly arrive. And you might be asking, why 2 hours? Well, it's not just about being on time. It's about creating your safety net, your non-negotiable buffer against any imperfection. It's the time you need for that one last polish, that final check to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. And this checklist here is kind of like your game plan. First, you coordinate with everyone, housekeeping, room service, the bell desk, so the entire team is on the same page. Second, you don't just assign a room. You pre-assign the perfect room based on what you know they like. Third, you personalize the little things, their favorite newspaper, a specific brand of water. It shows you're paying attention. And finally, number 4, you confirm their exact arrival details so you can time that welcome perfectly. See? Every step is about setting the stage for success before they even arrive. All right, so all that prep work is done. Now, it's showtime. The guest is arriving. This is that moment of truth, where all that meticulous, behind-the-scenes planning becomes a real, tangible, first-class experience for your guest. And this slide really shows you the night and day difference. I mean, we've all done a standard check-in, right? You wait in line, you hand over your ID, you get a key card. It's a transaction. But a VIP check-in, that's an experience. There's no desk, there's no line. It's a personal welcome that completely bypasses all the usual hassle and gets the guest straight into a state of comfort and relaxation. So let's just walk through what this actually feels like for the guest. You're met personally right at the main entrance. You're escorted straight up to your room. All the paperwork, the registration, it's handled right there while you're getting comfortable. You're given a quick tour of the room's features, and then the final touch, a courtesy call about 10 minutes later, just to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. It's a seamless, choreographed welcome that's designed to make them feel instantly at home and cared for. Okay, so you've nailed the welcome. But hold on, we're not done yet. A graceful farewell is every bit as critical as a warm welcome. You know, these final moments are what create that lasting impression, the memory that a guest takes with them when they leave. And that's the fundamental question, isn't it? The arrival was all about removing friction and adding delight. So how do we apply that exact same philosophy to the departure? A process that, let's be honest, can so often feel stressful and just transactional. Well, here's how. You offer an express checkout so the guests can just leave without stopping at the desk. You provide the bill for them to review in the privacy and comfort of their own room. Billing can be prearranged and settled seamlessly in the background. And finally, that luggage service is coordinated to be prompt and totally effortless. Every single step is designed to make leaving feel just as smooth and respectful as arriving did. So let's kind of zoom out here for the final takeaway. We've talked about a lot of procedures and checklists and steps, but it is so important to remember what they're all for. These things are just the tools. They are not the goal itself. Because the ultimate goal is this. Every step we've talked about is designed to build a positive emotional connection. A flawless process is, in the best way possible, forgettable. But the feeling of being truly anticipated and cared for, that becomes a powerful memory. And that's the memory that inspires loyalty and brings a guest back time and time again. So I'll leave you with this final thought. The procedures we've covered today are the playbook for a perfect performance. But truly legendary service, the kind that creates that lifelong loyalty, often comes from one unscripted human gesture. What will yours be? Thanks for joining me.